Quotes from Leonard Ravenhill. From the Kindle, Deep Christian Quotes and Bible Verses. First quote. A popular evangelist reaches your emotions. A true prophet reaches your conscience. Second quote. I read through Hebrews 11. These staggering men and women through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained the promises, stopped the lions. Women received their dead raised to life again. All the devilish things they endured, and not one ever had a Bible. Well, in God's name, what are you and I going to do when we stand before Him? When I get there, I'll have to face up to having the whole revelation of God. Finney didn't have a bigger Bible. Wesley didn't have a bigger Bible, but somehow they got nearer to the heart of God. They got a revelation from God, they got convictions of the Spirit, and they laid their lives on the line. Third quote. I'd rather have 10 people that want God than 10,000 people who want to play church. I want to see the glory of God come so our young people don't have to be told to go to church, but when they just long to get to the sanctuary where God. Fourth quote. Your doctrine can be as straight as a gun barrel, and just as empty. Fifth quote. John the Baptist never performed any miracles. Yet, he was greater than any of the Old Testament prophets. Sixth quote. I doubt that more than 2% of professing Christians in the United States are truly born again. Seventh quote. Our God is a consuming fire. He consumes pride, lust, materialism, and other sin. Eighth quote. I'm sick to death of the so-called Christianity of our day. What's supernatural about it? When do people come out of the sanctuary awed and can't speak for an hour because God has been in glory there? Dear God, as soon as they get out, they're talking football, or sports or something, or there's going to be a big sale downtown or somewhere. We are not caught up into eternity. Ninth quote. There are only two kinds of persons, those dead in sin and those dead to sin. Tenth quote. Concerning the darkness that has enveloped most of Christendom, when you're sitting in a dark room, you can either sit and curse the darkness, or you can light a candle. 11th quote. The surest thing in the world is not death and taxes, it's death and eternity. Yet, we're so unconcerned. 12th quote. Some women will spend 30 minutes to an hour preparing for church externally, putting on special clothes and makeup, etc. What would happen if we all spent the same amount of time preparing internally for church, with prayer and meditation? 13th quote. Maturity comes from obedience, not necessarily from age. 14th quote. I've had something burning in me for years, and it burns more fiercely than ever to write this book, on the judgment seat of Christ. There are times when I can't go in my office. I'm awed with the awesomeness of God, and the task, that we're right on the verge of tremendous judgment, unless we have a tremendous, earthquaking revival. I know people say, why don't you pray and ask God to take it, the burning away? I've prayed for 60 years to get it. I'm not going to ask Him to take it away. I'm asking Him to deepen it. I'm asking Him to intensify it. Thanks.